Good morning everybody, welcome back to visit Fylde Coast. Today we're starting with my favourite view from a height. Can you see the people up there walking about on the glass floor? Oh, today we're exploring Blackpool Tower, but not from up there. So from a far better position, stood on the floor on terra firma on the corner of the building. I'm going to take a walk round the outside and show you some of the features of the building and tell you about when it was restored recently. So this obviously is the corner where the dungeon is. I don't know whether you've ever been in the dungeon. I went in on the opening event when it very first opened. They are annoying, them motorbikes. And I've got to say, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. It shows, that's the lift. It shows as you go round, and they've all got kind of special features. And then it ends with a drop ride. It's good, it's really good. It's worth it if you've not been in. So here we have the beautiful, it is the lift, look, it's just coming down. I thought that noise was the lift. Here we have the beautiful building and the lovely cleaned up terracotta. But if you're familiar with Blackpool and you've been coming for a long time, you'll remember that it's been restored in recent years. If you're not, you might be surprised to see that it looks as lovely as it does. And there are two guys here doing some work. They were doing some pointing when I drove on earlier, and now they're doing some varnishing the wooden panels. And the tower was one of the buildings that were bought by Blackpool Council from leisure parks, and after they bought it they started a huge programme of renovations. I'm just going to move away from the traffic because it's noisy. They started a big programme of renovations where all these central terracotta archers were all restored and refurbished back to their beautiful glory. So I think there are 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 9. There are 9 archers that have been restored, and they managed to get enough glass out of the ones that were underneath the boarding to be able to reglaze the central 3 with original glass. And to be honest, you'd have a job on telling which ones are which are the central 3. I think this must be one of them, but that is a very good march. Wow. So all this terracotta brick is all the original brick that was put there when the tower was originally built, and the bits that were damaged and broken and eroded and worn away underneath the scaffolding and the boards that were up for donkey's years, they've all been copied and faithfully replaced. So you can see that quite a few of these keystones look new. That one looks new there, but it's very difficult. I mean, it's a few years now. It was Easter 2016 when it was uncovered, so it's a few years now since the renovations were revealed, and after a bit of wear you'll be really hard pressed to see which was original and which was not. I mean, I've looked at it, but when you stand and really look at it closely, it's amazing. In fact, you can see that's a new bit there, look. Can you see that's a slightly different colour? Wow. And it's even brightening up for us as well, look. I'm just going to blind you. I'm just going to show you the sun. There you go. That's our favourite view. So while we've got the camera up there, can you also see that? That's the foundation stone that was laid in 1891, 25th of September, by Sir Matthew White Ridley, and that's the foundation stone that was laid when the tower was originally built. And did you know that after 30 years it was in such a bad state of corrosion, the actual tower, that they were talking about demolishing it and taking it down because it had been so badly affected by the salty air. But the brickwork up there is absolutely amazing. It's such a lovely building, and when you look at that you can just imagine people dressed in the 1894 clothes and the ladies in the long dresses and walking round in the hats and horses and carts and one thing and another. So when the tower was renovated, it was also thoroughly cleaned and repainted, is what I'm trying to say. So the tower itself, if you're a local and you're familiar with it, you'll remember the bandage, as we all called it. And there was a scaffolding square that moved up and down around the length of the tower, and that covered the workmen that were working underneath it. And underneath there they were using high pressure water to jet off all the old paint and rust and all the rubbish that had collected underneath, and then bit by bit it had all been cleaned up and then repainted in the traditional red lead colour. So it's had what we call in Yorkshire a really good fettle. So it's now lovely and preserved for the next 125 years. And this corner, if you remember, we've now got Harry Ramsden's there, where the Tower Lounge used to be. But can you remember on this corner there was a Tennessee Pancake house? And I'd mentioned this on the article about it on the website. But that was my grandma's absolute favourite, and every time she came on holiday to Blackpool she made a beeline straight for that and went to Tennessee Pancake House for pancakes lathered in double cream and then lived to be a ripe old age. So that's the view of it from here. You see the sun glinting off it. So all the light bulbs on the tower have all been replaced in LEDs. And you probably know that it's got a lovely heart on the front, which changes colour according to the cause that it's talking about. And this is the other entrance at the back, where you dash for cover on a foul day in winter when you come into an event and you're dressed up in your nice clothes and you've done your hair and it's blowing a hoolie. So this is the side of, this is Pancake Street, so you've got Boots and Primark here. So as you come through Primark, you can come from the Houghton Hill car park. So this is the back entrance. The seagulls are all getting excited. And then this is the main entrance to the dungeon. Look at these old terracotta features as well for the circus gallery and the circus pit and the tower. I can remember when you used to go in through those doors to the circus. When we used to come, you used to go that way. So this is your main entrance to the dungeon. It's closed at the moment because of coronavirus, because it's a sort of a theatre attraction. And this alley at the side here is where they used to bring the elephants out that were going for the exercise on the beach. I'll just backtrack slightly. So they used to take them out of that side door and through that alley. That alley is where we started on the seafront. and they used to take them across the road onto the beach for their exercise in the morning and take them for a swim in the sea. And apparently sometimes they couldn't get the elephants out. So there you have the view from this side. And this is the side with the sun on it in the morning and the Union Jack flying at the top. So that's your tour around the outside of Blackpool Tower for today. I'll put the link to the article about the history of the tower in the description below, and I'll also put you the link to the article about Blackpool Tower today and what's on and what's in it and what there is to do and all the rest of it. So don't forget, subscribe, like this video, and then you'll get notifications next time when we do other videos, and you'll take care. See you soon. Bye.